just made a sale as well. So we've been going
Yeah.
crazy doing 1K days every single day, right? And it's real. This is like, wow. Like obviously it's become kind of normal, but it's a real thing.
Hey, MA, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. It's nice to finally meet you, bro.
That's good. Yeah, you too, man. I've heard a lot of great things about you from our head coaches. So wanted to get on a call and find out more about your situation and how everything's been on your end.
It's been a wild journey. I was kind of working by myself in the beginning before I joined EWA, testing random products, made random pages, wasn't really converting, right? I would say I was desperate to find a different way to make money, essentially build a lifestyle that I can be proud of and build something, right? You know what's funny? Before I messaged you back in January, I was praying to God. I was literally asking God. I was like, please, God, help me find someone that can really help me do this properly. And I seen your ad because I like Lambos, I seen you,
Yeah.
just made a sale as well. So we've been going crazy doing 1K days every single day, right? And it's real. Obviously, it's become kind of normal, but wow, it's a real thing, right? Bro, because I remember I like Lambos and I had seen your story and you were driving literally my dream Lamborghini, right? And I was like, man, I'm just going to message him, see if he can help me with my store. Pretty much the rest is history from there. First 6 to 7 months were the toughest with ecom because I was testing, losing money. At one point, I was losing hope, man. Shout out to Kingy because words can't describe how grateful I am that I had him as a coach because he just went really above and beyond, motivating me, letting me know, hey, this thing works. He means a lot to me. He really does. Couldn't have done it or got this far without him. I've been doing a lot of FIFO, working 12-hour days. It's been really stressful.
I want to talk more about that. So you've tried ecom before, you said, and then you came with us and it worked out. We can talk more about your results, but let's look at what you're doing for work before you started joining e-commerce programs and trying to give that a go.
So I've been working in the mining industry about 6 years, right? Started out in utilities, cleaning rooms, working in the bar, and then I transitioned to the engineering side of things. So like at the moment, I'm a rigger, so I work with like cranes and franners, and I do machine operating, EWP. It's hard work. Initially, when I got into that industry, it wasn't something I wanted to do long term, right? It was just kind of get in and get out. But the money is nice. You're doing 6 figures a year. It's decent money. So
is that in Perth you're working?
Yeah, I work in Perth, yeah.
Where you live, is that near the mine or you have to actually go and travel?
I got to catch a flight every single job. I'll go to work for like anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. I remember last year, literally between mid last year to sort of the start of this year, I was doing 4 weeks on. I was working really long swings to invest into this, to get started into this EWA, right? I feel like I've outgrown that industry. I feel like it's not where I want to be long term. I don't want to be one of these 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds still doing these 12-hour days away from family and friends. I've always felt like I deserved better. I've always felt like there was more to life than being a slave to the system, bro. And I'm super passionate about that. It just feels like, nah, this doesn't feel right to me. Like, I feel like I should be making money while I sleep.
It was decent money, 6 figures, but the 12-hour shifts and time was the biggest issue for you.
It's not even worth it when you really think about it. I paid $55K in taxes last year. I was working 4 on 1, so 4 weeks on, 1 week off, 12-hour days. Like, I feel like I should be getting paid millions of dollars to do that, right? Making $3K a week, 2.5, $3K a week. That's obviously nice, but you're away from everything that you love, your apartment, your car, your lifestyle. You don't have that flexibility. You can't scale FIFO.
100%. Your time is limited, right? You're getting paid for the time you put in. Unlike an online business, I'm sure you know now. We can talk about your results in a second, but was there a point where, you've done it for 6 years. Was there a point where you thought like, I've had enough, I have to do something else? Do you remember that point?
It really feels like I've been to hell and back, bro. Like with what I've had to overcome, the things that I've had to do, the money that I've had to spend to invest in myself. Literally 99% of people in the world aren't doing all that, bro. They're not doing all the courses, all the long hours, all the weeks away, all the sacrifice, because it's really draining on the body, bro. Most people, they become numb to them because the culture is drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, work 12 hours a day, talk bad about your coworkers. They become numb there. I stopped doing everything that everyone else was doing. I stopped partying. I was like, if I was smoking weed before, I stopped doing that. I've completely shifted my whole lifestyle to make this work because I remember Kingy told me, he was like, look, if you really want this to work, if you really want to make it, you're going to have to make a decision. Like, what do you want? I don't want to work here anymore. It's taken a lot, bro, because I've been figuring myself out a little bit more. And I've understood that we've been conditioned from birth, flight or flight. We've been conditioned from birth, from school, from family, friends, to basically be consumers, bro. In the course, you briefly mentioned something about quantum physics, right? I came across this stuff last year and it's completely revolutionized my mind because the reality that I desire already exists on another timeline and like a different frequency. So I needed to start to embody that version of me. So now, thankfully, I enjoy doing the product research, and I'm doing all the stuff that even a lot of dropshippers are doing. I'm sending out emails. I'm working on post-purchase sales. I'm constantly optimizing the landing pages.
I love it, bro. You're just so hungry, and it's like that you've put so much work in and the results are finally showing. Like, how good is that feeling? Yeah.
I'm extremely grateful. Gratitude is the biggest emotion. I'm moving to a place where like I can see myself doing this for a living, creating multiple stores, creating businesses, helping others. I came from foster care, bro. I don't have a mom or dad. I don't have siblings. I grew up with nothing, bro. I grew up at the bottom, bro. Nothing. So my motivation is so much bigger than just having money. It's about hopefully what you're doing, like inspiring others to escape their comfort zone, to be better, to push themselves, right? I feel like the day that I'm making millions of dollars, millions a month, because that's where I'm pushing. I'm not just here to build a quick Shopify store and then bounce. I'm here to create something that's going to last, something that's going to be bigger than even myself. I'm grateful that I didn't have a winning product straight away. I'm grateful everything hasn't just worked out for me straight away, right? I've had to face challenges, basically evolve and adapt to becoming this individual who can do what I'm doing right now. And it means everything to me, bro. It means everything to me.
Amazing, man. I love your mindset. I was thinking, because a lot of students, when they're about to join the program, they have doubts. They think it won't work for them. Did you have any doubts or anything? Or
yeah, like honestly, dude, I had a lot of doubts. When I came into your academy, I was still very much the same. I was talking about it at work. I was telling people I'm going to start this business, and they're looking at me like, dude, what are you talking about? It's a scam. I was looking at guys like Samuel Noah, yourself, these guys who are making money from dropshipping every single day, even like Davey Fogarty. I'm like, man, how do these guys do it, man? Like what? Like, are they special? Do they have something else? But bro, doubts, I would say the doubts got very strong. I was really fighting demons at one point, to be honest.
That's what I found makes most people successful, right? Everyone's going to encounter that failure at the start. You know, the product won't work straight away. Maybe the ad account gets shut down for a few days. But the successful people see that as just another little problem to solve and just keep moving forward. Some people that I see that aren't successful, they're like, oh, you know what? It didn't work. Maybe it's not for me. Did you see that with you? Like how you chose to be that person that just solves every problem and keeps moving forward?
Bro, I refused to quit, bro. I refused to quit. No matter how many doubts I had, no matter how hard it was going to get, no matter what was going to come my way, failure or quitting just wasn't an option in my reality, bro. There's something inside of me. I don't know what you can call it, but it just refused to quit because I had lost thousands of dollars. Something inside of me, something told me no. Quitting would have just what am I left? What am I doing now? Working in the mining industry for the rest of my life. That was the only other option. And I was like, nah, man, no way. The idea of doing FIFO for the rest of my life, the idea of watching other people make more money than me, not living the life that I think I deserve. It was a mixture of anger and like just relentless motivation. I was pissed off, to be honest.
Yeah. Anger and can sometimes fuel you to do some big things in life, right? So a lot of other people that are doing FIFO, they're doing 12-hour shifts. They're tired after work. How did you find time to make it work?
Dude, it's not easy, bro, because, dude, literally, this is going to be a whole story one day. Like, literally, I'm on the bus, bro. I'm going to work. Literally, I got my laptop. I'm watching your videos. I'm creating the page. I'm doing product research during Smoko, because we get 2 Smokos. So the first lunch break, I'm on my laptop. I'm doing a meeting with Kingy. I'm working after work. I'm going to the gym. Dude, it was really something different. But like basically even now, bro, like still after work, I've even had to put down the gym a little bit just to fully lock in with Ecom, because now it's about doubling down on what's working, uploading more creatives, finding more products to increase the AOV, optimizing the landing page, sending out emails. These are things now that's going to take a lot of time. I have to sacrifice some things, bro. So yeah, most people who do FIFO, they finish FIFO and they go drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes and talk shit. That's what they do. So like, I didn't do that, bro. I separated myself.
Yeah, no, you're a beast, bro. So you really just have to prioritize your time when you're not working. And yeah,
sure.
Right. So tell us, like, what are you at now in sales? How much have you done total?
We've done about almost 60,000 USD, or 30,000 a month in revenue, right? We're averaging around 30K a month, right? As of recent. So that's crazy.
US dollars, yeah? 30,000 US.
Yeah, 30,000 USD.
Under 50,000 Aussie a month. That's not too bad, yeah?
Well, it's not bad, right? But obviously, I'm hungry. I want to do 100K a month profit. Also, I want you to know, dude, I've done a lot of stuff to rewire my brain. So I realized one of the biggest things I needed to do in order to excel with ecom and overall my life was I needed to get rid of limiting beliefs. So when I go to sleep, my sleep was subliminals. I'm listening to audiobooks. I do hypnotherapy. I do theta chamber. I'm doing flow therapy, rented the neurofeedback machine, and I'm continuously doing everything I can, learning about the universe, learning about God, learning about how the mind really works, how consciousness and awareness works. I've gone into depth, and I've had to cut everyone, bro. Like I'm a loner, bro. My apartment is just me and myself, bro. That's all it is, bro. Basically, Kingy is the only person I talk to on a regular basis, to be honest. I don't talk to anyone else.
Extreme focus on making money.
And dude, I even had to sacrifice my job actually because I was so focused on ecom. I'm getting emails, customers, things are going on, and I'm just my pretty much my boss could see, like, are you all good? Like, are you focused on the job? And he was like, look, what's going on? And I just told him, look, I want to do this ecom thing, right? And I just quit my job after that. I didn't yeah, I was like, whatever, right?
So how does it actually feel? You know, you've done 6 years of mining, and now you basically, after this next job, you're finished.
I'm still trying to recondition myself, if I can say it like this. Obviously, the feeling is surreal because of years of indoctrination, programming, scarcity. That shift can be scary because sometimes my mind's like, oh, what if it doesn't work out? What if the store no one buys anymore? Like, these doubts still creep up in my head, right? But I know now that it's all just my ego trying to keep me safe. As you transition to a different realm or a different reality, it can be scary for the ego. It can be scary for myself. But my soul is very calm, is very steady. So I know that I'm making the right decision.
Amazing. I remember with one of my stores when I quit my uni, quit my jobs, had this store, and it didn't make a sale for like 2 days. And that's when you start getting anxiety. You're like, oh my God, it's refreshing. Maybe my Shopify notification isn't working. You start thinking, should I go back? And then when that sale comes through, you feel good again. But it's a mind game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You know, now that I've got you on here, bro, someone who's done like millions of dollars with dropshipping, bro, please, like, how did you maintain your confidence?
Honestly, my self-belief in myself is just so high. I went really well at university and school, studied hard, got good results. So that feedback made me realize, you know what, I can do anything. So when I see other people making millions a month, I know it's possible. And I know they're not any better than me. And I'm most likely going to be a harder worker than them. So that belief, that's really it, to be honest.
Really? Because you said you were in Centrelink and you were living with your mom. But hey, real question, how does it feel to be a millionaire, bro?
Bro, it feels normal now because it's been 7 years. But I just love freedom the most. And I think everyone has to figure out in life what they want. You know, is love most important to you? Is it freedom? Is it extreme wealth? Is it status? Is it connection? But I knew early on, freedom is the biggest thing for me. So that's why I optimized everything for freedom. And I realized, okay, if I was going to be a dentist, I wasn't going to be free. Maybe when I was 50, many clinics, millions of dollars invested later. But I just saw online business as being the fastest way to be free.
And you can attest that you can confirm with me, if I keep going the way I'm going, I'll be at that level.
Bro, guaranteed. This is the thing that most people don't realize. The universe is cause and effect. If you have the right mentors and you know you're doing the right things every day, the effect is going to be success and profits and money because you're doing the right things. But if you're not doing the right things every day, you can work hard for 10 years and nothing will come. So then you think, okay, how do I do the right things every day? How do I know what I'm doing is right? If you can find other people with proven success and understand what variables they worked on every day to get that success, and then you model it every day, and then ask different mentors, coaches, courses, YouTube, and constantly always think every day, what's the one thing I should do today that has the biggest impact? And that's it, because there's going to be 100 things for you to do every day that you can choose from. Email marketing, fix the website up a little bit, make some ad creatives, go find another product. But you just have to sit and think and ask your mentors, what's the one thing that is likely to get the biggest impact every day?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, bro. In the beginning, that was one of the hardest things. I actually dreaded doing the ecom work in the very beginning. Like, I was doing a lot of procrastinating. Also, I was still smoking weed at the time. I was still talking to girls, and I wasn't fully like invested, right? With FIFO, I used to go to work, come back, Perth, smoke some weed, catch up with a chick. You know, I didn't have anything else to do. That took a while to really just break out of that habit. And then I remember like Kingy was just telling me, how badly do you want this? Do you really want to make it? Do you really want this? Because Kingy knew that I wanted it, but he knew that I had some habits that were kind of preventing me from really excelling. My focus was just a bit scattered. These days, I really feel like I'm starting to love doing the work, doing the product research, building the pages. I'm sending emails. Like, it's fun. It's actually fun. The best part about it is you just said cause and effect. Because I'm doing the work with real intentions and I'm putting in real love into it, the effect is sales. I find new products. People buying from my email flows. I've already made, like in the last month, I've literally made maybe 2.2K from emails alone, bro. And it's only going to get better, bro. And it's like hearing someone like you tell me that, as long as I keep doing all the right things, because there's no real role models around where I am, sometimes you question whether or not you're ever going to really make it. Because, bro, nothing scares me more than being a slave for the rest of my life. Like, that actually scares me. Like, I'm telling you right now, like, staying a slave to the government, one of my biggest fears. Being 50 years old and still struggling, still living check to check. In the beginning, it was hard because I just was exploding about ecom. Even I had made no sales. I had nothing to show for it, really. But I was just a dreamer. I'm at work. Man, I'm going to build this store. I'm going to get rich. People looking at you like, bro, shut up, So you're around guys who've already given up in life and ain't doing shit. They see a young guy who really wants to live a different life and they just start hating, bro.
Exactly. How old are you anyway?
I'm 24 right now. How old are you?
Yeah, me 33. I started though when I was at 23 was when I typed how to make money online. So I had no mentors, I had to find them myself. And it was really hard to figure out who was good and who wasn't. I have a question for you. With myself, when I made my first sale, I was eating like a hamburger at the local mall. And what I loved is I'm like, wow, I just paid for this burger with a sale and I didn't trade my time for it. So that's when I got addicted. I'm like, what? I can make money without actually trading my time for it. So what about you? Where were you when that first sale happened for you?
The first real sale that I made is like this cane that had like a light and it was like adjustable cane. Made this first sale around April, I think, this year. Bro, I think I was on a call with Kingy, bro. I was doing a morning call with Kingy and he just ching ching. And I was like, whoa, hey. And then Kingy kind of laughed. He's like, oh, do you believe it now? And I was like, damn, yeah, man. So yeah, it was great. And then these days, obviously, I wake up, I just hear ching, ching. It's really crazy. These days, it's just ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
No, I love it. Any part of the program that you felt like was super valuable that stood out for you?
As a whole, I think like the mentorship, the one-on-one mentorship. I don't know if I would have ever made it this far if I didn't have someone walking me through the process. Just having someone there holding your hand.
And what was it that Kingy helped you the most with?
Staying motivated, bro. Believing in myself, man. I literally asked God and I was like, God, please, if I get a mentor, please let it be someone who actually genuinely cares about mentoring people and who actually has a genuine passion for it. It's someone who can really help me excel. And God really provided and he gave me Kingy, who was really passionate, who enjoys actually teaching people. So it meant a lot to me, bro.
Kingy was a student a while ago. He made a lot of money, then came on as a coach. Was there anything, like any exact situation where you're like, wow, thank God Kingy helped me here because you were about to give up for a specific reason?
Yeah, he kept sending me screenshots of his orders. I was like, okay, let me just keep going. It's all about just a matter of time.
Sometimes you just got to see again that it's possible just to keep that belief strong. So if someone else is working FIFO and they're watching this and they're thinking, maybe I'll just do it later, like this is okay for now, like any advice you'd give them?
Essentially, if you're making the money from FIFO, find a way to multiply it. If you're not confident with dropshipping, find something that you will be comfortable with. Something that can help you escape the system, become free.
The people that are working FIFO usually have that extra cash. So you just have to be smart with that cash and not spend it for a few months and then invest it into something that can give you passive income for life, basically.
Yeah. The unfortunate truth about FIFO workers is that most of them feel like they've got more money than they really have until it's in debt. Bought the boat, they got the Harley. For me, I felt like I deserve jets, but I got my vision board, bro.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Well, is it a black Lamborghini Huracan or the
Aventador? Yeah, bro. Then I got another one. I got another vision board here, $10 million. And then I got my bank account with 999, all this money. I got like the mansion. Yeah, bro. This is something I really want this, bro. I even laminated it and everything because I know that technically on a quantum level, that version of me already exists. I just need to shift my awareness to bring it in so my consciousness can filter my reality and start to show me more what I want to bring into my life, right? So
I love that. You don't just focus on getting wealthy. You really target every aspect of life, which is good. You have to balance everything. You can't just be rich and not have the rest, right?
No, and that's it. I want to be abundant, not just rich. That's not what I'm going for here. Like, I feel like I've been brought to this earth for a purpose, bro. I came from foster care. Like, I had zero. My mom passed away. I don't know my dad. Like, I grew up from a really tough background, right? And most people like me, they don't make it, bro. they just become drug dealers, drug addicts, suicidal victims. I feel like it's my responsibility now, taking upon myself to do something to motivate others who've come from that background and to let them know that if you genuinely want to have a better life, that it is possible. And I'm only just getting started, doing 30K a month revenue at the moment, next 50K a month, then 80K a month, then 100K a month. One day in the very near future, we'll be doing $1 million a month, right? Whether it will be from one store or multiple stores, because ideally I would like to be in Dubai, living off drop shipping by anywhere between, say, January to March next year. Would that sound realistic to you? As long as I kept doing,
especially after Black Friday sales, you could like get to 60K a month after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks, man. So one of the other ideas I have is I want to open multiple stores, right? I want to go to China and I want to go talk to suppliers directly, find products. So there'll be products there that haven't even been out on the market yet. No one even seen early access to these products. I want to keep going, bro. Like, I'm not in it for just the short term. I want to build an empire, bro. And I can make a documentary about what my come up from foster care, mining, then millionaire. That would be like a crazy story. People would want to know about that.
So that's incredible, man. You got a lot of special ideas. I'm really excited to watch you for the next few years. I love everything you talk about because it's the same stuff I really believe in, live by as well. It's very interesting how we just believe in all the same things. Mindset, visualization, like
I've been visualizing myself from first person in my Lamborghini. I'm in the Lambo. I've got my dashboard done $789,000. I got on my wrist, I've got like an AP driving. And basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to get my nervous system accustomed. I'm trying to get it used to how would it feel like if I drove the Lambo and I was having the steering wheel. What I'm actually doing is I'm tapping into a timeline where my consciousness is already experiencing that reality. If I keep doing that enough times, what's going to happen is that the universe will create circumstances, people, and events to bring it into my life. Yeah, I've seen it, bro. Right before I found my winning product, right? I had this feeling great things were on the way and I was posting about it. I was believing it. And then today it's a reality, doing 60K in revenue in the last 90 days. It's just crazy.
Amazing. We teach a lot of all those things in the program. So mindset work, affirmations, visualization. But ultimately, you need the two things, right? You need to visualize and imagine that dream future that you want. That's helping your mindset, the quantum physics part. But then you need the logical actions every day that a mentor or a coach is telling you to do these things. If you have those two things combined, you're going to be very successful. So if somebody is doing drop shipping, they just started, they've got the right knowledge, they're doing the right actions. What's a few things that you found worked for you that they should maybe do? Is it like visualization, mindset work? What do you think would help them?
Bro, 100% mindset, bro. Because people need to understand that even if you're doing the right things, you're not guaranteed initially to start making those sales. It takes time for the pixels to start finding those audiences. So you can have the right product, but if you're spending only $25 a day on ads, bro, it's going to take time to find those customers. You have to build a mindset, a resilient, basically an unwavering belief that it is going to work out. Creating a vision board, listening to affirmations. Your mindset is everything at the end of the day. It's everything.
And I think one thing that you've done very well is you've cut a lot of distractions. So after work hours, you have so much time for building the business, which is important. You don't waste time with friends, going out, drinking, girls. And, you don't have to do that forever. But if you can just do that for a few months, be very focused, cut off all distractions, then that can set you up to change the rest of your life, really.
I'll comment on that, bro. In the beginning, it feels like torture. It feels like you're making a sacrifice, right? Now, I love it. You want to eliminate any reason that basically failure can occur. So if you get rid of toxic friends, toxic activities, limit your time on social media, stop doing bullshit, you can't actually lose. The game's literally rigged. The thing is, I've also realized about this with ecom, you hear all this nonsense about it's saturated, there's too much competition. No, there isn't. There's no one. There's almost no one doing it. And especially once you're spending anywhere above $500, bro, there's literally no one here because most people, they're not willing to give up things. Because at the end of the day, the life that you want requires a different you. And that you, he's not doing the same shit that, he was doing before. So that's what it is. It's like shedding your old self and being willing to just endure what seems like pain, what's suffering, but it's all just preparation.
Exactly. Any last comments that you have before we jump off?
Thanks, bro. Thanks for creating this. Thanks for motivating me, and I'm just grateful that I joined this course. I'm grateful that I joined this academy. It's truly a blessing, bro. I'm grateful to Kenya. I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful to everything, bro. That's happened this way, bro. It really means a lot to me, bro.
Appreciate it. Well, I'm grateful to have you in the program and so happy to just follow along your journey because your mindset, man, and you're doing the right actions. 100K a month is not too far away.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, man. And hopefully one day we can meet up, maybe come to Dubai. because I'm gonna go to Dubai. I'm gonna go live there. So if you ever want to come over to Dubai, then definitely pull up, get a yacht or something. We'll kick back, bro. You know, it'll be good.
Start visualizing us on a yacht together or cruising together in a supercar each.
I'm excited, bro, and I hope to see you soon in the future, bro.
Let's do it, man. Excited. Chat soon, yeah?
I'll see you, boss. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.